I'd like to introduce Dr. Ahmad Belhoul to the podium to give his keynote speech.
سيدات والسادة الحضور الكريم، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. ويسعدني ويشرفني أن أكون متواجد معكم اليوم في المنتدى الثاني للعلوم المفتوحة، واسمحوا لي أتحدث باللغة الإنجليزية نظرا لتواجد حضور دولي سواء في القاعة أو عن بعد. Thank you for the introduction, Dr. Arif. What a better introduction than to be introduced by your former boss. We were both together at Khalifa University, so this really is a special place for me. I come from an engineering background. We understand the value of science and how can science not only improve the livelihood of people, but also in a region that is struggling with domestic issues. It also elevates people to think about the future and a brighter future. So I'm very happy to be with you here today. I would like to extend my sincere appreciation to our valued partners, UNESCO, the UAE Minister of Culture and Youth, Knowledge E Foundation, and its Forum for Open Research in MENA, and Khalifa University for their support in organizing this landmark event. It's an honor to stand here before you to represent the United Arab Emirates. Our country is deeply committed to working alongside other Arab nations to improve the accessibility and dissemination of scientific knowledge across the region. Our hosting of this Pan-Arab Forum aligns with our national visions for implementing science-driven sustainable practices across all spheres of life. This way, we aim to amplify our contribution to achieving the UN Sustainable Development Goals. And as we gear up, as you know, to COP28 next month, we're also stepping up our role in fostering global cooperation for a greener, more sustainable future, and we view open science as an important enabler of this objective. Ladies and gentlemen, Arab scholars have made a momentous contribution to the evolution of science. During the Islamic Golden Age, between the 8th and the 16th century, Arab scientific inquiry resulted in major discoveries in mathematics, physics, astronomy, chemistry, medicine, and optics that have transformed the way people view the world. As an example, I will mention just 3 personalities who have shaped the scientific landscape of their age. Al-Khwarizmi, the grandfather of algorithms and the inventor of Hindu-Arabic numerals that most of the world uses to this day. Ibn Sina, the father of modern science. Ibn al-Haytham, the father of modern optics. In the times of Al-Khwarizmi, Ibn Sina, and Al-Haytham, knowledge was first preserved and spread by copying manuscripts by hand. The invention of the printing press in the 15th century ushered in a revolution in the dissemination of scientific findings, making them accessible to anyone who is literate. In the age of the internet, we have much more advanced means at our disposal that allow us to share the latest information easily and instantly with all those who have online access. It is up to us to make the best of these means to close the science knowledge gap. Science opened doors to new knowledge that has potential to spark groundbreaking ideas for building a brighter future. This knowledge should be accessible to all, regardless of location, language, or background. And that is the ultimate goal of open science. In the UAE, we are passionate about extending the benefits of scientific knowledge to the widest segment of society. Our leadership has issued an open call to all citizens and all residents to research, develop, and to innovate. Along with our National Advanced Science Agenda 2031, we are investing in creating a conducive environment for advanced sciences. We speak to provide bright minds across all sectors with the tools and resources to translate their innovative ideas into practical solutions. We aspire to position our country as a hub for advanced science and a leading global destination for scientists and innovators. To achieve the objectives of this agenda, we are building a holistic scientific community, developing supportive technology, promoting entrepreneurship in science and technology, and establishing economic information services. We have welcomed the UNESCO's recommendation on open science that helps countries make scientific research accessible to everyone and ensure that the scientific process is inclusive, equitable, and sustainable. With a focus on youth, a limitless source of out-of-the-box ideas, we have launched the Innovate at the UAE initiative, which serves as an outreach umbrella for a number of components: the Majlis, the magazine, the forum, and the Warsha. This initiative evolves around features inspired by research conducted by our higher education institutions in both English and Arabic, and is linked to our learning management system. By making scientific knowledge accessible with easy-to-read content and visual materials, we aim to awaken interest in science and technology research in young people. This way, we're building a new generation of innovators across the MENA region. I'd also like to highlight one more point, because when we talk about open science, it's not just a preach, we also have skin in the game. As most of you have known, the UAE has introduced the Falcon 180 Open Gen AI tool, which is the large language model developed in Arabic. It is by far the largest open source large language model in the world. And this is a testament to our strong belief in having science open and accessible to everyone. So I think in summary, I could summarize and say that for us, science is not a choice. Science for us is a must. We believe that science counters extremism. We believe that science is a path to socioeconomic diversity. I was fortunate enough to be the chairman of the UAE Space Agency for 4 years, from 2016 to 2020. And some of the biggest decisions we have made at the agency was to adopt a deep space exploration program. And when we came to assess the viability of the program, it was not based on financial return, because deep space has no financial return. Low Earth orbit might, but not deep space. The return we had was to really inspire people to A, be interested in STEM subjects, and B, to pursue higher education studies. At the time, we met with our friends in NASA, and we made a brief comparison of what they went through during the 60s through the moon landing phase. And there were members of NASA there who are still working to this date from that period. And they said, and they showed me the numbers, the impact they had in that 7-year period was tremendous. The number of students who were interested in STEM skyrocketed. The number of students who pursued postgraduate studies also really increased. So for us, we said, if it happened there, it might happen here. And now I can tell you, with my current position as Minister of Education, we're looking at our data. We're now ranked in the top 10 when it comes to students studying STEM in higher education. That was a direct impact of the inspiration of a deep space program, our first astronaut, our first hand-built satellite. So my point here is never underestimate how science can be contagious. And I think it's even more contagious than something like COVID. So keeping it open source with no mask is the best way to go forward. So again, I welcome you all here, and I wish you a pleasant stay in Abu Dhabi and Dubai. Please include cultural visits. We always like to mix culture and science. We have the Ministry of Culture here as well. And enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you very much.